Well, the secret to running at 30 below or colder has to do with layers. And most people know I run almost fanatically, 25 miles a week. It's something that, it's because I have an inner fat man dying to get out. I like to eat sweets and desserts. I like to eat in general. Therefore, I run so I can continue to do that. I'm not telling you that you need to run, but if you want to run, don't let the cold keep you away from it. Secret, like I said, is layers. I'll show you. I'm going to demonstrate as I put it on what exactly it is that I wear and at what temperatures. First of all, just running, obviously without it being super cold, t-shirt and shorts or whatever. As it gets colder, I add layers. Now, when it gets to be 30 below or so, one of the most important things you need to have is the polypros. This right here that I've got on the legs, basically you can also do the shirt. I just generally go with something a little more conventional and easy and cheaper for the shirt, although I do have polypros, which I wear sometimes, especially if it gets like to 40 below. What I normally use is just like a sweatshirt for the top layer. And obviously, the longer you go, the warmer you want to dress. I generally, when it gets to be a 30 below or so, I only run a couple of miles a day as opposed to my 6 or 8 mile runs. That is not nearly as fun or enjoyable. The point of it, though, is to get outside and enjoy what you're doing so that you can continue to do it. Because if you hate it, you won't do it. I know people are, oh, I'm going to go run 10 miles. And they may run 10 miles one time, but then they quit running because it hurts. And it's obviously the longer you go, the harder it is. I've run one marathon in my life. People were asking me, literally, as I was crossing the finish line, you going to run it next year? Now I know what my wife felt like when people were asking her, you going to have another baby? Like right after we had each one. Anyway, for pants, generally speaking, I like something that does block the wind. So it's a typical running pants, I suppose. Nothing real heavy, though. And the same thing for the top layer of the torso. Something light, just a wind breaker of sorts. And we're going to get to the hands here in just a minute. For feet, I generally haven't had a problem just with regular tennis shoes. Although, if you get wet at all, if your feet sweat, mine do, you need to just keep moving until you get back. Because then when you get back, you can get dry, you can get warm. While you're out there, though, like I said, generally not a big problem as long as you continue to move. I wear something reflective because it is almost always dark. I think we have about 4 hours of daylight right now. And as we get closer to the end of the solstice, we're going to be getting less and less as it is here in Alaska. All right, where am I at? Okay. For the hands, I like these Arctic mittens that I got courtesy of Uncle Sam. They've got a, well, it could be fur, but this is a fake fur, and really fluffy insides. I normally just wear a liner, and I'll show you what that looks like. Here we go, glove liner. It goes inside. So, glove liner on the inside of the big, huge mittens. Hands are perfectly warm. For the neck, we go with a neck gaiter. You can have all kinds of fun with a neck gaiter. Make it into a kind of a face mask. The problem with that is that if you get any ice there, it gets harder and harder to breathe. So what I like to do is make sure I don't have any exposed skin. That's the big key. Exposed skin is a big no-no because it hurts. And then finally, the face, the balaclava, something which comes from World War, not actually prior to World War I, in the Balkan Wars, all throughout that area. I believe it was the Turks who introduced it. Very versatile and easy to keep your face warm. Now, if it's 40 below, and I've run as low as 60 below, I'll add one of the ski masks that you might see with the little vent holes in it. People use them for snow machining all the time. I'll use that when it gets really, really cold, and so I'd have an additional layer. For something like today, where it's only 30 below, well, this will be just fine. Oops, there we go. Time for my run, and hope you enjoy today's commentary. Please hit me up in the comment section and email me, steve@radiofreespeech.com. Consider becoming a sponsor. We've got subscription options, and we also have ways for you to be a partner on Patreon. Once again, it is radiofreespeech.com.